Should you take a road trip across America? Or is it more expensive than flying now? The American road trip may be the most romantic vacation this country ever invented. You load the car, choose a highway, and watch cities become farmland, mountains become desert, and ordinary exits turn into unexpected adventures. But romance does not pay for gasoline. Once you add hotels, meals, tolls, parking, car maintenance, and several long days behind the wheel, flying may suddenly look cheaper. So, should you take a road trip across America? Or has driving become the expensive option disguised as freedom? The answer depends on how many people are traveling, how far you are going, and whether the journey is part of the vacation or merely an obstacle. Welcome to Should I Go? Subscribe for more honest travel verdicts, and let's decide whether the great American road trip still makes financial sense. Most people compare gasoline with airfare. That is the first mistake. Imagine a 3,000-mile drive in a car averaging 25 miles per gallon. At $4 per gallon, fuel alone costs about $480 one way. Drive home again, and you are approaching $1,000 before hotels, meals, tolls, parking, or maintenance. But that fuel cost covers everyone in the car. 4 people do not require 4 tanks of gasoline. They usually require 4 airline tickets. For one person traveling coast to coast, flying may win easily. For a family visiting several places, driving may still provide better value. A long drive creates expenses that a flight avoids. If your route requires 3 or 4 roadside hotels, those rooms may cost more than the gasoline. Even a basic overnight stop can become expensive after taxes, weekend pricing, and summer demand. Camping can reduce the cost, but campsites require reservations, equipment, setup time, and a willingness to sleep outdoors after driving all day. Sleeping in the car is not a realistic financial strategy for most travelers. Food is another quiet budget killer. Coffee, drinks, snacks, lunch, and dinner can consume a surprising amount each day. Fast food initially feels convenient. By the 4th day, another burger beside a gas station may feel like punishment. A cooler, groceries, refillable water bottles, and hotels with breakfast can help. But driving creates multiple travel days during which every meal must be purchased, packed, or improvised. Gasoline is not the only cost of driving. Thousands of highway miles use tires, brakes, oil, and the vehicle itself. You may not receive a bill for depreciation, but the mileage still affects the car's value and moves maintenance closer. A breakdown can add towing, repair bills, hotel changes, and lost reservations. Before leaving, inspect the tires, fluids, battery, brakes, spare tire, and roadside assistance coverage. A rental car protects your own vehicle, but adds rental charges, taxes, insurance questions, and possible one-way fees. Flying often wins for 1 or 2 people traveling a very long distance. A non-stop flight can move you across the country in hours instead of days. That saves hotel nights, highway meals, fuel, and wear on the car. It also protects your vacation time. If you have 1 week off, spending 4 days driving may leave only 3 days at the destination. But airfare is only the beginning. Add bags, seat fees, airport transportation, parking, food, and a rental car after landing. Compare the complete trip, not the first price displayed by the airline. Driving wins when several people share the cost. It also wins when the destination requires a car anyway. National parks, mountain regions, beaches, small towns, and rural attractions can be difficult to explore without one. Flying to the nearest city and renting a vehicle may cost more than driving from home. Road trips also become cheaper when friends or relatives provide an overnight stop. Removing 2 hotel bills can completely change the calculation. A road trip buys something difficult to place in a spreadsheet: freedom. You can leave when you are ready, bring more luggage, carry hiking equipment, pack a cooler, and change direction without a rebooking fee. A highway sign can lead to a historic site you never knew existed. A strange billboard may lead to an enormous ball of twine, a ghost town, or the best pie of the trip. You can stay longer when a place surprises you. You can leave early when it does not. Flying delivers you to one destination. Driving allows the destination to keep changing. The American West was practically designed for road trips. One route can connect the Grand Canyon, Zion, Bryce Canyon, Monument Valley, and dozens of smaller landscapes. Another can combine Yellowstone, Grand Teton, mountain towns, scenic highways, and wildlife areas. If you visit several fee-charging federal sites, an annual recreation pass may save money. But reservations and timed entry systems may still apply, so a pass does not replace planning. For this type of vacation, flying may get you to the region. The road trip is the actual experience. Not every memorable stop needs to be a national park. America is filled with old diners, mining towns, giant statues, music landmarks, local museums, and attractions built because someone had a strange idea beside a highway. These stops often make the trip feel personal, but stop at everything, and you never reach the hotel. Ignore everything, and the road trip becomes an 8-hour commute with prettier scenery. Choose 1 or 2 flexible stops each day. Leave room for discovery without allowing the route to collapse. Driving across America is tiring. After several days, beautiful scenery can become something you barely notice through the windshield. Your back hurts, the car smells like old coffee, and everyone has heard the playlist too many times. Do not drive 12 hours every day to keep an unrealistic schedule alive. Share the driving, stop every few hours, walk around, drink water, and avoid pushing late into the night. The slower road trip is usually safer and more enjoyable. Calculate both trips from door to door. For driving, include fuel, hotels, meals, tolls, parking, park fees, maintenance, and the vacation days spent in transit. For flying, include every ticket, bag and seat fee, airport transportation, rental car, destination fuel, and travel meals. Then divide the driving cost by the number of travelers. That step often determines the winner. A $100 to $200 road trip is expensive for one person. For 4 people, it becomes $300 each. Also decide what your time is worth. Saving money may not feel like a bargain if it consumes half your vacation. Drive if the journey itself excites you. Choose it for national parks, scenic highways, small towns, roadside attractions, flexible schedules, and destinations spread across a large region. It works especially well for families or groups dividing the cost. It also suits travelers who enjoy changing plans and do not need every hour reserved in advance. Fly when the destination matters more than the journey. It is often better for solo travelers, couples crossing the entire country, short vacations, city breaks, and trips where you will not need a car after arrival. It may also be the better choice for anyone who finds long driving days painful or exhausting. There is no prize for spending 30 hours on the interstate when you would rather be at the destination. So should you take a road trip across America? Or is it more expensive than flying now? For one person traveling a long distance, the road trip may absolutely cost more. Fuel is only the beginning, and hotel nights can destroy the apparent savings. For a family or group, driving can still beat airfare, especially when the trip includes national parks, rural destinations, or several stops. But the financial answer is only half the verdict. A road trip should not be judged solely as transportation. If you want only the final city, fly there. If you want the diner in Kansas, the desert sunrise in Utah, the odd museum in Nebraska, and the mountain road chosen at the last minute, take the car. The Great American Road Trip is not automatically cheap anymore. It is valuable because it turns the space between destinations into the vacation itself. Calculate the full cost, drive fewer hours each day, leave room for surprises, and the trip can still be worth every dollar. That is our verdict. Would you rather fly across America in a few hours, or spend several days discovering what lies between the coasts? Tell us in the comments, and subscribe to Should I Go for more honest travel verdicts that help you spend your time and money wisely.